Hot take. Streaming might be the most important thing that you ever do in your life. Today in Down the Rabbit Hole, I'm going to prove that point. And then by the end of the day, if you're not already a streamer, you're probably going to want to start. Let's go. Stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 p.m. on Twitch TV under the name Morph Games. That's MRRPH Games. There's a lot of opinions out there on streaming. Every time I post something on social media, whatever the platform, about how streaming is difficult, this and that, there's always some troll that says streaming is easy. All you're doing is you're sitting in front of a computer or TV and gaming, and people give you money for that. And that take just really just gets under my skin because it couldn't be further from the truth. There is so much that goes into streaming. And if you've listened to any of my So You Want to Be a Streamer series, then you know there's a ton that goes into it. You just learn so many different things and you have to do so many different things along the way to be successful. Can you be somebody that just sits in front of a computer monitor or TV and games in front of people? Sure, you can do that. But if you want to raise that to another level, if you want to be a little bit more unique, you want to stand out from the crowd a little bit, there's a lot of things that go into it. If you think about it, if you going back to the series that I created, you have to figure out how to brand yourself. You have to figure out networking and marketing. You have to purchase and set up and utilize and troubleshoot gear. You have to create content. You need to know about scheduling. You need to go on social media and be active because the discoverability in a lot of major streaming platforms just isn't there. You have to do other things in order to get noticed. There's a lot that goes into it. It's not just sitting down in front of a monitor and playing a game for 3 hours. It just isn't. And in those terms, if you think about it, sort of the hook getting into this show was, this is going to be potentially the most important thing you've ever done, and you're going to want to do it after listening to this if you aren't already. And the reason I'm saying that is because of all of the things that I just mentioned that you have to do to succeed as a streamer. Think about these skills that you're doing. You're a video editor, you're streaming, right? And you want to take that content and you want to push it out to YouTube or to TikTok or Hover, whatever. You need to take the VOD, you need to edit it down, and you need to turn it into clips of the appropriate length for those platforms that I was talking about. That takes editing skills that you are building, whether you're using DaVinci Resolve or an Adobe product or using CrossClip or Streamladder or something like that. You're going through your VOD, you're deciding what you want to keep, what you don't, and then you are going to render that, do some audio correction, color correction, whatever. Maybe you're not doing all those now, but you will learn those skills as you go along and you continue to use those applications, right? What else are you doing? You are advertising yourself all over social media. Everybody tells you have to post between 1 and 3 times a day based on platform. You have to keep it platform specific, and you have to post at a certain time of day, and you need to do some hashtag research. You need to, if you're posting YouTube shorts, maybe you want to have a thumbnail for those. So you go and do some research on what kind of thumbnails you should make and apply those there using Canva and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you're all over social media, and now you understand how to post. And if you understand how to post, you could potentially help other people work on social media. Another skill that you pick up as you are streaming and creating content is graphic design. I just kind of touched on Canva. There's lots of other programs you can use out there. There's Photoshop besides Canva. You can use Placeit. You can use GIMP. You can use a whole host of things. But the point is, you're making or editing your overlays. You're making other graphics for your stream. Maybe you're making emotes. I don't know. Whatever it is, you are creating something graphically. in one of those programs. You're learning how to do it. You're learning how to balance your hue, saturation, and lightness. You're learning about color temperature, all of those things. And so now you have some graphic design skills. You're also learning about lighting. As I have mentioned numerous times, lighting is one of the most important things when you're shooting video because it makes such a big difference. Just playing around with this video here, I had to turn lights on or off and change the color in the background just so it kind of gave me that pop that I was looking for, making sure that everything was separated from the foreground and the background, making sure that it just looked as balanced as possible so I could reduce the amount of post-production work that I have to do on shooting this video right here. So yeah, you're learning all about that lighting stuff. Other things you're learning are you're learning audio skills. How far or close to the mic should you sit? Should you use a USB mic or an XLR mic? What kind of cables do you need? How do you balance the gain? What about the threshold? All of those kind of things you're learning about. Whether you're using an audio mixer or not, you can still get that kind of software and those kind of controls in a lot of popular USB mics today. They will include that, such as the Elgato Wave and the Wave software. And another thing you're learning, if you do kind of content that I do, where I interview a lot of streamers and other people about streaming related topics, you're going out and scouting people, and then you're arranging for them to come on here. You're doing a lot of talent management work. And one of the biggest things that you're doing, obviously, if you're a streamer or a content creator, is you're learning how to speak publicly. I can guarantee you that I did not speak this well. People can make all the determinations they want how well I'm actually speaking now, but I didn't speak this well a year and a half ago. You know, I struggled making eye contact. If you look through a lot of my older YouTube videos, you're going to see me looking everywhere except the camera lens. Everywhere except the camera lens. And you learn how to pace yourself. You learn how to create an outline that you can be able to use, go through your thing. You're going to learn how to write a full script if you wanted to use a teleprompter. Whatever it is, you're learning how to speak publicly, how to get comfortable speaking publicly, how to think on your feet, how to ask a follow-up question like that when you're interviewing someone, how to blend a question from your chat, from a live chat, and push that on screen and blend that into the order that you're trying to maintain and the outline you're trying to maintain with the guest or guests that you have on. There's a lot of skills. If it isn't already, there's a lot of skills that you're picking up. And the reason why I pointed all those out in detail is sort of directly rebut the people that say there's nothing involved in streaming. You're just sitting down. So it is obviously quite the contrary. And all of those things that I picked up, each one of them is an entire career. Each one of them is an entire career. As you're doing this, as you're streaming, as you're creating content, you might not like the editing. You might not like going on social media and posting. You might not like several of the aspects that go into this to be successful. But I'm sure if you think about it, there is some aspect or aspects that you do enjoy, that you do look forward to doing, even if you don't enjoy everything that you're doing. And so think about what those are. Take a moment and think about what those are and realize that that aspect of streaming or content creation you like is most likely one of the ones that I mentioned. And it's a whole career. If streaming doesn't turn out to be as successful as a whole for you, you have picked up a very valuable life skill. It's not just, and this isn't just going to school and learning something out of a textbook. You've actually practiced it. You've had a measure of success with it. You know how it works without even having to go to an additional education program or something to learn it. And I would recommend that a lot of cases because you're going to pick up some fundamental skills around that job that maybe you didn't pick up when you're learning it by yourself. But whatever it is, you're going to learn something. And if streaming doesn't work out the way you want it to, you can go and explore those careers. They can be long-lasting, lucrative careers for yourself. social media management is a giant business right now. There are a lot of people doing it, and a lot of people who are doing it learned the same way you are, by doing it themselves. Some people had marketing backgrounds, so they sort of blended that into there. And, I would actually recommend taking a marketing course if that's what you're interested in doing. But you know about scheduling now. You know about finding trends. You know about hashtag research. You know about all that stuff. You know about the importance of keeping something short depending on the platform, or using a specific type of post based on the platform. And you can take that skill and you can sell that service. You could work for a company. You could work for yourself. You wanted to work for yourself anyway, doing streaming content creation. Here's another opportunity. So I think what I'm trying to get at is there are a lot of things that you learn during streaming and content creation that you can apply outside of that. So none of the time that you're spending here is wasted. It's all valuable. And for anybody that thinks that streaming is easy, or that you might as well quit because you're not learning anywhere, you're not getting anywhere, that's bullshit, because you know you are. I know you are. And when you're ready to move to one of those careers, if you get to the point where you do, you have skills. You have skills and you can absolutely make it. So don't let anybody tell you that you're wasting your time streaming or doing content creation, because you're not. And you can use this to prove to them that you're not. And so rather than quitting, double down and figure out how you want to use streaming to create a lifelong career for yourself. If you liked this podcast, please like, subscribe, share, let other people know about it. It really helps us create more content for you, and it tells us exactly what kind of content you want, which makes everybody happier. And as always, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. If you're a streamer or content creator and you're serious about success, you need to join the Creators Hub, a Discord community for all streamers and content creators to learn how to improve skills, get advice, and grow. What they offer is an opportunity to collab with other creators, a self-promotion channel, welcoming and friendly community, great advice and tips from other streamers, a variety of channels, and so much more. So join the Creators Hub today, a Discord community.